Well, good evening, tubers. It's Crypto Big Boss coming to you again on the 18th of November 2021. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about this Decentraland that is part of the Metaverse. Now, most of you may remember, if you are subscribers to this channel, and if you're not, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss this information. But way back in April, May timeframe, I was projecting that Decentraland would hit $2. Well, Lord have mercy, it sure did that. It sure did that. It did double that. You know, I thought it was going to do that because of the whole Atari mock-up. You know, Atari has a world inside of Decentraland. You guys can check out a couple of the videos on this channel. I'll leave the links in the description. Looking at Decentraland now, my prediction was just based on the Atari thing, and it was based on, you know, their platform. You know, there wasn't no metaverse. There wasn't no talk about no metaverse back in April. You know, February, March, and April of this year. It was all about the whole Atari release, which is ongoing. And now we've got to understand that the cumulative additions of things inside of Decentraland, the world that Decentraland promised, it's pretty scary that this forms the baseline for the metaverse. So I have to start asking myself some really hard questions. You know, let's go over here to, first of all, let's just take a look at it. Decentraland sitting at $4.19, doing great over the course of the past week, even in the face of the infrastructure bill being signed by the president. It's still performing. Unbelievable. Let's just look at this chart. It's still performing. Look at this. 7 days, Decentraland is still going up despite all the terrible things happening in the crypto space right now. If we look at, let's just go ahead and look at the space as a whole. If we look at the space as a whole and we go up here and look at the top here, we can see the market cap for the whole thing is about $2 trillion. And overall, we can see that, you know, the dominance is still BTC and Ethereum. And we can see that the sad story is that this infrastructure bill has affected all of the currencies in the top 10 negatively. If it's not the infrastructure bill dragging it down, I would love to know what your comments are, what you think it is. I believe it's the infrastructure bill that's dragging the crypto market down for the past 3 days. So, but back to Decentraland. Let's get back into Decentraland and let's talk about, you know, what this really means. Okay, when we start looking at Decentraland as a platform and what it actually means to the world as far as the metaverse and you know, what's coming, folks, this is it doesn't get any more exciting than this. Okay, just imagine that this is the engine or the main engine that's powering the world for the metaverse, and that this is now attached to possibly the most I don't want to say important, I want to say most prolific, most utilized social media network in the history of man. Now Decentraland is part of the Facebook metaverse platform. Are you kidding me? You've got Mark Zuckerberg pimping Decentraland at this point. Now, I was predicting great things for Decentraland without Mr. Zuckerberg taking over the platform. That's right. I'm going to call it taking over. Because once you put Decentraland in this metaverse, this is what people are going to believe. They're just going to say this is metaverse. No, it's actually Decentraland. So the question becomes, you know, are things like the whole Atari world and all the other worlds that people are creating inside of Decentraland, are they going to be accessible in the metaverse? I would think they would be. but we'll just have to see how they play this out and how they you know, mock this up. It's going to be very exciting to see how you know, Mr. Zuckerberg and his team integrate the awesome power of Decentraland into the Facebook world. And so with that, what I want to do now is give you a new price prediction for Decentraland based on these events. What is the event that I talked about Atari before, pushing us to the $2 limit? Well, what does this new landmark, you know, mock-up of Metaverse mean for Decentraland as far as price predictions go? Folks, if we go now and we look at Decentraland and we look at the fact that it is currently, let's just go ahead and take a look at what's going on here. If we look at Decentraland and we look at where it's sitting, right now Decentraland is sitting at number 25, $4.19, and it has a market cap of $7.6 billion. Folks, with the Metaverse, you know, incoming, with Decentraland's power and capability, with the fact that it's performing in the midst of a hostile crypto environment, and it has some teeth. It has a real blockchain under it, real implementation of that chain, a real coin, real use case, and now it's being put to the test on the ultimate social media platform. Are you folks ready for this? What does it take for a blockchain to be in the top 10? Well, right now, to be in the top 10, if we go up here, Dogecoin is sitting at $29 billion. Folks, I'm going to tell you that I believe Decentraland is headed back up to the top 10. I do believe at some point in history, Decentraland was pretty far up there, but I think it is getting ready to head to the top 10. And to be in the top 10, you've got to have about $30 billion in market cap. So folks, that means we're headed for, if you just called this 8, you know, and said 4 times 8 is 32, 30, we're headed for 4 times. That's right, folks. I'm going to call it at a $17 Decentraland could be inbound. That's my price prediction for Decentraland as we go into 2022. I believe that Decentraland could hit $17 before March of 2022. So if you've enjoyed this video, of course, this is not investment advice, but it's certainly interesting prediction that you might want to pass on to your friends, to your family. If you're not a subscriber, like, subscribe, please share, and I'll catch you on the next one.